Welcome back to the Ones Ready podcast. We're here at the 75th anniversary of the weapons school. It's a fantastic experience. We were just talking, Peaches ate his little body weight in steak and chicken. His little feet were dangling off the chair, and he was just shoveling stuff into his mouth. It was fantastic. It was.
But that's a lot of steak. I mean, he's thick.
He's a thick boy. It's like wrestling a fire hydrant with him. You don't know where to grab. Like, well, bye, bud. We'll see. I got the recording, everybody. Peaches really chiefed me tonight. Really had me come down into the work. So, Blanks, hey, thanks for coming on and talking. I know that you're like, what are we even going to talk about? But, man, let's start talking about what do you do for the weapons school?
So I'm one of the instructors in the 315th, the ICBM WIC. But outside of just CBMs or intercontinental ballistic missiles.
You're a missile guy?
I'm a missile guy.
That is fantastic. How the fuck does a missile guy get out to the weapons school? I didn't even know. Like, this is not me being a smartass. I had no idea that there was that function here at the weapons school.
Dude, I'll be honest.
I swear to God,
that's a very common question.
I would assume it would have to be. I was in for 22 years. I recently retired. But I've been in and around. I worked on Nellis beforehand. Obviously, I'm close with Chief Peaches or Peaches.
Oh yeah.
But I no clue.
Honestly, every community needs a patch.
Sure.
And so,
okay.
You just need that person that has the tactical expertise, the leadership, and all this stuff that the weapons school teaches. But I think also something that we provide the CAF is when you're going against those peers, right? We're talking about, the Indo-Pacific stuff going on, and when you have a guy who's going down range and hey, what do I do if I go against somebody who actually has a nuclear tipped weapon pointing at me?
And is willing to use it. You're like, exactly. I don't know. How motivated are they? Do they have a capability? Especially when you start talking about tactical nukes. So people don't understand. Okay, maybe we do just want to decimate 50 square blocks of city. Okay, well then we'll just throw off a tactical nuke like that. Yeah. You have to plan for that. It's not maybe it's not your most likely on this next mission, but man, you have to have.
Not the most
right, exactly. Right. Yeah. Amen. Or you start thinking about some really exquisite problem sets like EMP environment or true. Contested, denied. The thing that I've always dug about the weapons school is how forward-thinking that they are.
Yeah.
The TTPs are forged in rep after rep after rep, but being hey, does this work? Does this not work?
Honestly, what we provide is the ability to continue fighting, right? Whether it's from the JTAC on the ground, hey, there's a nuke coming in. Don't worry, you're not going to get vaporized. I can help you fight through that, right?
Right.
But then also for all the air breathers that are going through there, hey, how do you deal with this, that, the other thing? The war's not going to end when a nuke goes up.
Which is really unfortunate, because I'll tell you what, I was more of a fair weather PJ.
All right.
Very narrow temperature range. 72 to 79. But if it got too hot, I was out.
A little hotter than that.
If it rained, forget about it. I had a friend. This is a true story. My friend Shane hates wind. The dude is just a hard ass. Does all the PJ stuff, right? And then, but if it gets a little bit windy, he's just what's
out? I'm out.
Dude, it could be negative 40. And Shane would be fine, but the second it's windy, forget about it. He's just I'm out of it. But I guess we all have our limits, what I mean?
There is that. I help them face those limits. Hey, it's going to get a little windy, but only for a short amount of time.
Right.
And then you can just go on and do what you do.
Okay, let's go all the way back, dude, because man, I won't even pretend to know what basic career field or AFSC are you?
So we're 13 Novembers.
Okay.
And it's the missile operations, and basically you do your career at one of the missile bases. So
beautiful Minot.
Yeah, beautiful Minot.
Why not Minot, huh?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I haven't been stationed there, but everybody I've talked to that has been there, they love it.
Right.
It's almost like a weird cult.
Well, it's going on. It's like going to an overseas. Everybody that goes overseas is I don't want to go. And then they're just oh my God, we were such good friends. We had coffee every Tuesday and Thursday. The kids play together. We all watched each other's house. It's the England crew was the exact same.
Fair enough. Who likes cannon?
Nobody.
Right?
Not a single person.
Most soft guys want to stay soft.
Right.
So it's not the basis that keep you out.
Right.
It's the job.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of one of the key things is the job, the community. Minot's got that. Malmstrom has it, F.E. Warren has it, and those are the three bases that we're stationed at. And it's really not bad.
I can't believe you just sold me on missile bases. I'm in. I'm motivated by this.
Come on.
Holy cow! Like maybe it's not so bad to go there. Like you're selling me on the small community aspect of it.
And you're deployed in place.
Okay, so that's not bad. That's not
bad.
okay. Going home when you're deployed and you're going home to your family every night.
Now,
I'll take
granted,
it.
I spent a year underground.
Sure, right.
So
exactly.
maybe I wasn't,
You're gonna have girls for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
That thing.
Actually, I got 2 boys. Although my call sign might be blanks.
What?
It doesn't work that way.
We are going to talk about that. I'm going to say the same disclaimer that.
Where's the drink?
Right, exactly.
There's like rules, right? Like I can't break the rule.
Everybody, like every single time tonight that I'm like, hey, tell me about your call sign, I've always prefaced it with, listen, you can give us the most PG rated version. We understand like some of these things you absolutely are not going to be able to explain because people just wouldn't get it anyway. But some of it is pretty graphic. So let's just assume we speed right past that and give us the PG version.
I went for 1 call sign.
Okay.
And it was Cascade.
Okay.
Failed at that.
Okay.
But in the process, I basically threw 100 Coors Lights at my IORs. And
I don't know what any of that means. What's an IOR?
Like an IOR, an instructor of record. So basically the cadre, that's kind of what they're called. But in the process, I was trying to be like, oh yeah, it's a waterfall of beer. Well, turns out I fired 100 silver bullets, none of them landed. So it might as well have all been blanks. And that's yours truly, blanks. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
all
one.
of you owe me a drink now because I told you.
Right, exactly. Yeah, congratulations, all 5 of you that are listening to this. We always make that joke on this. We're just like, oh man, can I say that on here? And we're like, you can say whatever you want. Like, you're in an empty room. You can say whatever you want. The freedom. It really. So, we figured out like what your career field actually was because I was an idiot at it.
No, it's okay.
So how did you find yourself to come to the weapons school? Was it something like you intended on doing as you got into the job, or
no? Actually, I told my first patch that there was 100% chance I did not want to be a weapons officer.
Oh, you just
100%.
Right away.
I said
I don't know what I want to do, but
one, I don't understand what you do. 2, I don't want to do it. Right? And
I've had it with you. Second of all, I had it with you.
And then I basically had to do his job because he decided that he was going to be gone for a month.
Okay.
And I was his kind of assistant flight commander.
And you were just hooked.
Yeah. And then I had to do his job. And I was like, oh, if it's either I can do what I love and what this is, or I can go do non-cool stuff. Exec,
And you're just like, cool
stuff.
Not
execs, hashtag, you love it.
Man, you're working on the CAG. Get out of here, dude. Whoa, what are we doing? Managing a schedule and writing some speeches, my dude? Did you just ghostwrite an email for this weekend? Get out of here. How long did you research what national holiday it was?
Absolutely. But getting to kind of be in our version of the shit, building tactics and really building ops for us, that was awesome. And I loved being able to just help the teams in the field and build the plan that they would then execute and help them throughout the week. I was about that. That's all I wanted. And that's how I ended up here.
That's fantastic.
That's how I ended up here. Love it.
How long have you been here?
I've been at the weapons school for 4 years, but I graduated 18 Bravo.
Okay.
So I guess I've been a patch for, I don't know, almost 6 years now.
Okay. Are you what's next? It's got to be
heading
close,
up to Hill Air Force Base, work on the new ICBM Sentinel.
Okay.
Love it.
Utah, not too bad.
Dude, we're excited.
That used to be the home of pararescue. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a long time, Hill Air Force, because they had everything. They had mountains. You could go snow. The
Uter. And
you had water, so you had everything that was right there, and then it was close enough to the stuff out here where open ranges and all that other stuff. But before it moved to Kirtland, Hill Air Force Base was it. But that country is beautiful out there.
No shadow on Kirtland. Love that base.
Yeah.
A lot of nuke stuff there too.
Oh, ABQ, yeah.
I love that place. So
yeah, I was just there not too long ago, a couple months ago. So that was a good one. So you and the family, you're excited. What are you trying to do for the rest of your career? What do you want to? What are your aspirations, Blanks?
Honestly, I just want to continue doing what I love.
Okay.
As soon as it starts to shift away from that, probably have some hard conversations. But being a patch and getting to do all this, hang out with everybody here, and kind of still work on tactics development and all that. As long as I get to do that, I'm in.
Yeah, it's really awesome just being in these rooms. You talk about how you have an agnostic drive to accomplish a mission. It doesn't matter what flavor of operator. We talk about it all the time. You get a PJ and a controller. What up, Pimp? Oh, Pimp Freeman. Shout out to Phil. That dude is rowdy.
Okay.
Phil Freeman is a rowdy dude. But you have a whole bunch of like every AFSC in this room. It doesn't matter if you're a missile guy or we talk to a 60 guy, we talk to it's one of the Tomahawk drivers. Like, it doesn't matter that you're a different flavor or whatever. Everybody kind of speaks the same language, and you're like, yeah, because we want to accomplish a mission, we want to win, we want to. Every single instructor that I've talked to, and I was like, hey, what's your favorite part about working here? They all say the same thing. Man, I love watching the students learn. I love seeing them graduate. Like, it was always the best thing. And when I was an instructor, same gig, man. Like, graduations, I was like, shit, man. Watching a team figure it out and look like rescue, and you're like, holy shit, there's hope. There's hope. They're gonna, we might be okay. Look, they figured it out, everybody.
For sure. It's funny, like the whole integration piece that you're kind of mentioning. One of our cadre, he used to be, when he was enlisted, used to be a CCT guy.
Nice.
And Peaches actually used to work with him. Maybe he did too. Dan Adams, but like, dude's amazing. And he really got to show me, and I learned from him just like how, like, just trying to make people better, make the CAF better, make everything better just means that, like, you can be part of any conversation. It doesn't matter what AFSC or what, whether you're doing like the cool badass, like jumping out of things, calling in whatever stuff, or, sitting in a hole underground for a long time. Like,
the silo thing, man, I do not. I try to put myself in the people's shoes that I talk to. I cannot imagine sitting in that silo. What did you do to break the boredom up? Like, are there like fake windows? Like,
no. You get like, you have computer, you've got TV, you got books. I mean, like, you just get used to it.
Yeah.
It's in the end, like, you just kind of build a routine, and I'm sure it's the same with like patrols.
Gym tan laundry, dog.
Hey,
that's it. Gym tan laundry.
A lot of push-ups between 3 and 4 in the morning, just to like, I don't care how many monsters you have, whatever. Like, that time of the day is just tough. Like, it is just tough. But, you get through it.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness. What a wild thing. Yeah, I always try to think, what would I do in that scenario? Just going underground for the, extended periods of time. I'm just like, man, I do not know how I would deal with that.
I mean, I did it at least 250 times. So, like, before you know it, like, you're just there.
Better man than I
Oh,
am.
no. You guys do your own.
For many reasons. All right, brother. Well, hey, thanks for coming on. It's awesome.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Man, this is the soiree here at the South Point, the 75th anniversary. Man, General Brown, fantastic.
That was amazing.
That guy crushed it. Like,
amazing.
I will say, for like, it was delivered perfectly. The guy crushed it. The content was great. Like, I really do give him props. I was like, okay, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Dude's pretty funny too. General Jumper here, like, he was around during my service at the very beginning of it. Yeah. So it was cool to see him too. It was a good one, man.
Oh, this is a great event.
Not too bad. All right.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Blanks. We'll see you.
All right, take it easy.
Thanks.